have a package that has just a little over 2 pounds of chicken thighs. I'm going to rinse these with cold water, and I'm going to put them in a pan. So I am going to partially cook the chicken thighs in a big pot. I am going to put a nice little dusting of pepper on them, and then lightly salt. I'm going to add 2 cups of cool water. I'm going to get this kicked up on a medium-high heat and let it cook for about 20 minutes covered. So it's been about 10 minutes. I'm going to check this real quick. I don't want to completely cook it, so looks like it's about halfway cooked, so I'm going to turn the heat off, cover it up, and let it sit for about 5 minutes. So I've let it sit for another 5 minutes just to finish any more little cook that it wanted to do right now. So I'm going to separate this out. Let this chicken thighs start cooling down so that I can slice them up, because we're going to do what I call a quick cook after I slice that meat and debone and de-skin it, because when I get done with the skin and the bones, I'm putting it back into this so that I can cook out anything that might be remaining in it for flavor and add it to the chicken stock that I have in my freezer for soup. Okay, so my chicken thighs have started to, they're pretty much cool. There's a little warmth to them, but not much. So now I'm going to get this chicken off of here. I've already taken the skin off of all of it and stuck it back into the pan that I pre-cooked some of the chicken. As you can see, it's not quite cooked, which is what I was going for 2 reasons. It seems like when you quick cook the chicken for this, it does better if it's not completely cooked. It doesn't dry out as bad. Keeps quite a bit of the moisture, so I'm trying to get as close as I can to the bone, but please keep in mind I'm going to throw this back in to cook down for the meat base and bone base from this for soup. So I'm not going to get super clean. So I've got all the bones off. The bones and skin and excess fat is in the pan boiling down for my soup base. So now I'm going to get these into kind of like bite-sized pieces. Where I can, I'm going to do it long ways. You'll just go with the meat. The meat kind of tells you what direction it wants to get cut. Don't try not to cut against the grain of the meat. We want long strips where we can, and other than that, you just want about 1/4 inch wide and maybe bite size. Okay, so we're deboned, we're sliced. We got everything from little bite-sized pieces all the way up to some nicer long pieces. I'm going to get these all set aside, and we are going to get our pan ready. Okay, so I've got my heat turned on to a medium-high. It's actually going to be more high side of that, a little over medium-high. We're going to salt and pepper. Well, we're going to dump this in the pan. This is our chicken thigh meat that was off of 4 chicken thighs. I'm going to get some pepper and dust it with pepper and salt. Put it in the fridge. Now, you don't want to put half-cooked, half-raw chicken in the fridge. It can contaminate. So, you want it either raw or you want it cooked. One of the two. You don't want both. So here's my chicken thighs, and if you can see, there is some juices still in the bottom of the pan, which is fine. At this point, if you want to set this aside for dinner on another night, it is at the point where you can do that. So you would simply take it off, let it cool down, dump the whole thing into a 1 gallon Ziploc bag, lay it on its side, and mark the date. Now, if you put it in the refrigerator, you want to use it within the next 3 to 5 days. If you put it in the freezer, you can add things to it as time goes by that you'd like to freeze with it or add more chicken to it or what have you. But the great thing about the versatility of thighs is you can do so much with it that you can actually turn it into a frozen meal. Or, I mean, this could be chicken tacos or chicken burritos or chicken enchiladas. Well, not really chicken enchiladas because you have to shred it for that. But there's a lot of things you can do with the chicken thighs.